Okay, it says I'm live. Hello to nobody. I'm late. And this is Red.
Hi, late.
Uh, I'm gonna go get the URL and share it around. Because that might be important for running a live stream and posting about it.
Man, that stick stir video's been doing pretty well for me. Hey, like I just got payout last month, and then I go check AdSense, and I'm at $98 already. What the fuck? I think I'm gonna buy Rivals of Aether.
Okay. Rivals is
So
great. It has DLC, by the way.
it seems to be all just costumes, and there wasn't anything I looked at that seemed.
Are there no character DLCs?
Are there?
There were. Did they actually go and decide, you know what, fuck the character DLCs, they're part of the core game now?
Look, man,
That'd be crazy.
I don't know what the I don't even know what the cast.
I have
looks
bought
like, so.
I have bought character DLCs on multiple occasions. I will tell you that. So if they're no longer a thing, that's really interesting.
I'll look into that then. Either way, I just saw it was on sale. It's like, should I buy it? Then I check it. It's like, oh, okay.
Well,
I don't feel too bad about it.
yeah. I'm gonna first post the link here. And now I'm gonna go post around. And now I'm posting it. How is this server structured? I'll give you one guess to figure out what server I'm posting on. That I had to ask that question.
Really need to clean things up there.
Yeah. If it was my server, I would have already done it. If it was my server, it wouldn't have gotten to this point. But if it was my server, I would have already done it.
I was gonna say.
If I had permission from him as a moderator to do it, I would do it myself. To not have to deal with it anymore.
Can't believe you just fucking put your stream in gaming on my server and not promotion.
Shit. Well, I'm gonna delete it.
How could you?
Fuck you. It's gone. Guess what? It's in promotion now. I made a mistake.
I guess I'll forgive you this time.
I shared it everywhere I want to. I want to share it on the Zeldathon Discord. That's right. Okay, now I've posted it to all the Discords I want to. Okay, I'm just gonna go and minimize Discord. Cool. There's no longer 3 cats sleeping on my bed. There's only 2, and they're both out of frame. Hello to my viewers, question mark? I mean, it says I have 1, but I don't know if that's not counting just red, probably. Oh yeah, I should start streaming on Discord for you. Here you go, Red. It's StarFox. Run up the stairs, Fax. As I alluded to, am here with Red, the red guy. Redmond McMansion. The guy who reviews Paper Mario sometimes. How you doing?
I'm working.
No, you're watching me do this fucking game. What do you mean you're working on?
There's this little thing called multitasking as I just now go in and open my recording.
As I just open it to prove a point.
Look,
The human-
Look, the stage I'm at right now is audio editing.
Oh, I can imagine. Sucks. The human brain also can't multitask. That's a myth. It just swaps between tasks and tries to keep up. So, convince yourself all you like. Faker. Fraud. For its 30th anniversary, Red. Have you played StarFox recently?
No.
How fucking could you? What are you, a fake fan?
I guess.
My god. Piece of shit.
Look, I haven't even played the one that was made by Rare.
Yeah, I still question you on that. If there's any issues for the viewer, about, like, audio or something, let me know. I'll adjust it. Why am I in training? I was, late. I was actually talking to my grandfather about social issues, so that was fun. And by that I don't mean my social life, I mean racism.
Good luck. As you do.
It wasn't the kind that most people complain about. It was actually rather positive. Which I'm fortunate to have that kind of relationship.
Positive racism.
No, positive discourse about sensitive subjects with an elderly figure in my life. Who is currently in the room next to me. So, you know. Could easily just be listening to me call him mold. I also call them not racist, so...
Old people getting offended at being called old.
True.
Just get racist.
Who are you calling me old? Oh, I'm old. What? I'm ancient. I'm decrepit.
You're goddamn right, I'm a boomer.
I'm old. I remember a time when VHSs were still used. I'm basically dead, Red.
Talking about people, the old people who play fucking StarFox 1. Speaking of ancient.
You know, I could easily be like Ron and just never play new games. He's not even one of those people who does it on purpose, I think. Yeah, I'm calling you out on stream, Ron. If you ever even see me calling you out on stream, loser, idiot, stupid, he's a good guy. Nice friend. Before people get the wrong idea.
I mean, I tend to play more old games than new games, mainly because I don't have to spend money.
Well, that's part of it, yeah. I would also say that I have a desire to go through backlogs, and I like to play entire series when I can. And you know what backlogs and playing entire series have in common? They're often comprised of games that are not, brand spanking new.
Yeah.
Also, the
fair,
vast majority of games are not new by the way that works.
Well, yeah. To be fair, I have been playing and buying a lot of indie games recently. So.
Hey. I started and beat a game last night, okay?
I can't believe you actually played a game I told you to play for once.
See, you have nothing against me now.
No. That doesn't make up for it.
You told me to play a game, and I played and beat it.
A game that I didn't care about or even know what it was.
You told me to play it, and I did, and then I beat it. I don't see why you're complaining.
You know exactly why I'm complaining.
Because you're dumb and rude and mean.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I had a feeling there'd be some StarFox Rust, and I'm not used to this frame rate right now.
Yeah.
At the end of last stream, I was, like, adjusted.
Honestly, I'm just at the point where, like, with some exceptions, most of which being Nintendo, I'm just not that interested in AAA games.
I can understand why, but I have an interest in some AAA games. There's definitely certain types of things you can't get without the kind of budget and resources AAA companies have. But a lot of companies aren't dedicated enough to use those in a way that I enjoy.
I mean, I'm well past the point of, like, caring about, like, supercharged ultra graphics or whatever.
Oh, I care about presentation.
I mean, I care about presentation, but I don't really need the super, like, graphics that a lot of them try to go for.
I can appreciate really advanced presentation, especially when it's utilized well. I can also appreciate a super stylized, minimalistic approach. There's a lot of different art styles, and I can appreciate a lot of them. Even games that aren't made by as large studios that still manage to be as visually impressive, if not more, on a technical level than those games. Games like Hellblade, which I still need to play. You know? Like, Hellblade is not a AAA game. I am not comfortable calling it indie. I think some people have. I don't know if I'd say that. But
Didn't they, like, basically call themselves a AA?
I feel like that is a much more appropriate label. But my point is, they don't have the resources of something like an Activision, you know?
Yeah. Man, remember when AA was a thing?
And Hellblade is a technically impressive showcase with a strong art direction. And I'm all here for that. And there are a lot of AAA games I think that do that well. I also can we spent a good amount of time last stream with me talking about how I really like this game's aesthetic, and in a remake I wouldn't change the core art style. Like, it all depends. Like, one of my favorite games is Spider-Man PS4. That is a Sony Studios massive AAA story-driven third-person over-the-shoulder action game, right? But unlike a lot of them, first off, it appeals to my biases because I'm a big Spider-Man fan. But also, it has enough of a really fun core gameplay focus and enough of a unique core identity differentiating itself from just the AAA slosh of open-world games that it's a lot easier to cling on to it with a strong sense of artistic identity beyond just corporate product. It's easy to see a lot of passion went into the game. And I think that's part of why I don't give up on the AAA space necessarily, Because the thing about a lot of AAA development, and not just in games, you could apply this to things like film as well, is that despite the fact that they're funded by massive companies for the goal of them making the company a profit, that doesn't mean artists don't make it, you know? A lot of the time, artists can make it, and when companies do a good job of staying in their realm and not interfering with the artistic process too much, you can get a really good piece of art that happens to have a massive budget. I often get skeptical of the intentions of these massive studios and their corporate involvement, which you should. You should not just blindly accept what they do with that. But, like, you know, I think it's a bit rude to just disregard the works of a large number of creators who poured their heart and soul into something just because they had a paycheck from a large company like Disney. You can say, fuck Disney, and then go and say that a movie made by Disney was made by artists and it is a fantastic film. Because the movie wasn't made by Disney. It was made by people funded by Disney. And that is an important distinction to remember. But, you know, I stay in the AAA space when I want to because of that. Unfortunately, a lot of AAA games are filled with what feels like developer meddling of we need this to be in there for the game to be profitable. Especially with shit like loot boxes or microtransactions. A lot of content structures of games have been getting very repetitive and uninspired in a way that they feel more like a content mill and less engaging. Doesn't apply to every AAA game, but a lot of them do. That's one of the reasons Nintendo most consistently is, as a large company, is one I invest in, is because they fall into that trap by far the least. For good and bad reasons. The good part of it is that they don't fall in that trap. The bad is that they often can be slow to adopt positive change in the industry. But, you know, it depends. Nintendo
I'm more
is
willing to take them not taking some more positive stuff if they without them taking the negative stuff.
I appreciate that they continue to try to make games that are artist-driven first. As like a company-wide policy for the most part. There are definitely things they've made that make me question that, and they are no stranger to corporate greed. But
Nintendo has their own problems. They're different from most other companies' problems, but they still have some.
It's complicated, but it's rare for me to look at a major Sony game and be interested in it. Spider-Man was an exception. Half of it's because I love Spider-Man, but fortunately I also think that the game itself was very well put together and made. I skipped decades of Spider-Man games simply because... I say decades, it was more like a decade. Whatever. Of Spider-Man games, just because a lot of them seemed like cheap movie tie-ins that were not as interesting as some of the older, more impressive works. And even then, the best Spider-Man games of those points were just pretty good. Really good ideas and foundations, but like... poor gameplay mission structure should be better. Web of Shadows is the only Spider-Man game right now that I'm like, I really should play that I haven't. There's other ones I have an interest in trying, but like, it's just Web of Shadows for me.
You probably won't prefer it to PS4, but you know, it's got some really fun combat. And, the story is kind of stupid though.
The story is the biggest thing that I think will be a hold off for me.
Just don't go in expecting
I literally am not expecting a great story. I know enough about that game and its writing to be like, that's not very great.
The fucking opening with him just walking with his head down, his shit explodes all around him.
Yeah, I've seen that memed too many times. It's...
like, goddamn.
If you want to talk about Spider-Man media that doesn't know how to write the black suit, there you go. Holy shit.
It is fun to use, though.
You know, it's... The game looks mechanically really fun. The writing doesn't look that impressive at all. I just... Yeah, I don't know. I really like
Aside
Spider-Man.
aside from like the combat being really fun and the swing can also be really fun. I like how mid to late game the city just goes into complete chaos.
Yeah, no, it's nice how the city transforms, although I also really like how Spider-Man PS4 has its city change with the story.
Not too familiar with how that game does it.
There's a lot of plot points in the game that I won't go too in detail with that affect the events in the city. New entities taking up control in the city. There's a point in the story where Spider-Man himself is actively hunted on the streets, like, everywhere. So there are times where you even have to be flying through the city with shit like missiles getting thrown at you. It's not a massive portion of the game, but because the story would logically change how your navigation through the world works, for this part of the story, your navigation through the world is different. There's... How often you'll just see people running around and where they're accessible completely changes. Part of the plot has to do with a disease. Once again, won't go too in detail with it, but as you can imagine, a crippling disease killing people running around with a very high contagion leads to far more empty streets. And a lot of what's left there are desperate crime. Like, all these things change over the course of the game. I don't think it literally hits a point that's as dramatic as the flip in Web of Shadows, from what I understand. Because the story isn't as dramatic as the entire city is getting taken over by a fucking alien invasion borderline. You know?
Yeah.
But it has constant shift throughout the story to accommodate factors like that. And it's rather appreciated, honestly. Also, just, it's been talked about to death, but the detailing in the city is fucking fantastic. It is the best digital recreation of New York City in a video game ever made. Like, it's still smaller than New York City, but it's close enough in scale to feel appropriate, and the accuracy of what is there is really good. And the biggest deviations simply come from, this is not real-life New York City, it's Marvel New York City. You know? Like, oh look, it's the Baxter Building. That wouldn't be there in the real-world New York City, because that's not a real fucking place. Or Avengers Tower, you know. But yeah, no. Also, as somebody who's been to New York City many times in my life, and is therefore pretty familiar with the layout of that city, it was genuinely really impressive. I never even loved New York City. I don't like being in the city. It's, like, gross. Not just, like, physically, but the air quality is the biggest thing for me. I hate being in places where I can't comfortably breathe. And, New York City definitely has that problem. It's gross. Especially Manhattan, which is what Spider-Man PS4 actually takes place in. It's not, like, across the boroughs. But, in terms of accurately representing the culture, the feel of the city, important landmarks, and layout, it's really good. It does one big sin, and it's really confusing. They squished Harlem, like, a lot. If you ever look at a side-by-side of the Spider-Man PS4 map to real Manhattan, it's like, yeah, that looks a lot like Manhattan. What happened to Harlem? It's like they just cut off a huge chunk of Harlem, like it was fucking lobotomized. You know? Harlem is a huge part of Manhattan, both in terms of size and culturally. And it's not that it's insignificant in PS4, it's just, like, they halved it compared to what they did to everything else. I don't understand. It's something. But yeah, that game is great. I love its world, I love its gameplay. story. Friday would disagree with me, but too bad. This is my stream, and he's not here to argue with me about it.
Good luck.
Regardless. There was a few games I'm interested in, AAA games that were, like, Sony exclusives. Bloodborne's definitely one, but I don't want to play it until I've gone through some, like, the Souls games.
I have Bloodborne, haven't gotten to it yet.
I just started, so, like, in the summer, the first Uncharted. I should finish it, I'm like, at the end, but I was enjoying it enough. It wasn't blowing me away, obviously.
I probably should replay Uncharted games. Like, it's been a while. Also, the last one I played was 4, and there was like another one afterwards that I haven't played.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a full game, but I think it's basically just standalone DLC for the 4th game, from what I understand. I mean, I could be wrong, but...
I just haven't heard of anything major from Uncharted since 4. I haven't been paying that much close attention, but...
I think it was called Lost Legacy.
Okay, I have heard of Lost Legacy.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a Vita game?
Well, there was a Vita game, I don't think that... Unless that was it, I got the names mixed up. Uncharted Eye of Indra animated series?
What?
What?
Oh, well, okay. The biggest thing to happen on Uncharted, obviously, is the movie since then, but still. The movie that was either okay or not very good, depending on who you ask.
Uncharted Eye of Indra is a 4-episode motion comic released as part of the Uncharted series, serving as a prequel to the first game. It was released on the PlayStation Store in 4 episodes. How have I not heard of this? They were in 2009. What the fuck?
Damn it!
Okay,
I
then.
broke my wing.
Yeah, Lost Legacy is the new one. Newer-ish one. It was 2017. Yeah, it's a standalone expansion to the 4th game.
Shit!
What was that video game called? Golden Abyss.
Was there a checkpoint? I don't remember a checkpoint. Holy shit, I'm at the start of the level. Funny enough, Red, that was my best attempt on that level.
Nice.
And that was my first one on this stream, so that bodes well.
I always love those times where, like, you do really well on your first attempt, and then every attempt afterward, you just do worse.
Yeah. I think I want to do like 2 laps of the looping section to get my lasers up to hyper.
Anyways, I'm looking at the DLC for Rivals. So, first one, skin for Daedalus, skin for Rano, Cragling Buddy that you can use while playing. This Cragling will follow you around during combat. That seems... Cragling.
Oh, what, like Cragling? Like a mini crag?
I think so.
Nice. Wasn't aware of that, that's funny.
I guess that one seems like one worth buying. Let's see. Promotional color for Arcane, promotional color for Zetterburn, promotional color for Maple, promotional color for Eliana, promotional color for Absa. That one's free. Alternate skin for Maple, promotional color for Rastor, promotional color for Maple, and a promotional color for Craig.
Nice.
So, I guess if there
Well,
were...
if you're gonna buy the game, right? If you're gonna buy the game, boot it up and see what the roster screen looks like. It wouldn't... I feel like I vaguely remember something changing about the DLC when they did the latest stuff with the game, but I didn't pay that much attention because I already own most of that stuff, if not all of it.
Right. There doesn't seem to be any extra characters in the DLC, so...
It's possible that what they did is they made it no longer DLC and just part of the base game.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Which is crazy. I feel like I should feel ripped off, but I really like Rivals. It was worth it. I'm more happy for people who can play the game for cheaper.
I'm not about to be mad at any game for just merging DLC with the game. If it was a AAA game, that might be a little different.
I was upset about Hyrule Warriors Legends.
I mean, there's always the Game of the Year editions that, happen.
Well, yeah, but those also tend to either be later enough as a separate release where the original is discounted or some shit, or literally a more expensive version of the game, like Season Pass or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's not the same thing. If it's just like things naturally get less expensive over time, I get that. I understand that. Part of it is I paid to be an early adopter.
Yeah.
Bye-bye? Well, fuck you. No bye-bye. You die.
I mean, I did buy all the DLC for Mario Kart 8, and then got Deluxe, and then bought the new DLC, and I don't regret any of it.
Yeah. No, Mario Kart 8's great, and the DLC was all worth it. Even the new DLC, as flawed as it is worth the price. Although, holy shit, that Yoshi's Island track.
Yeah, that looks cool.
I barely survived that level. Please tell me I got the 100%.
99.
No! Fuck yeah. I wasn't worried about not getting 100% on the second level. I got it last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, I get the feeling that there wasn't necessarily like a set plan with the new DLC for Mario Kart 8. Like, they probably planned out all the tracks, but like for every pack, seems like they're at least sort of listening from the last one and just like making small improvements as they go.
I am glad they're listening, as much as I wish that it was the quality of 8's DLC in the first place.
Yeah,
and it still isn't. But that Yoshi Island track is making me question things.
And I really wish they started at the point of having a character per pack. Because like, if they're gonna have a character per pack from now on, like, that's cool, but...
No. You see, it's because it's pack number 4, and there's gonna be one more at pack number 8, and that'll be it.
I think I might have heard something about them saying that they would have a new character for the next pack.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Either
way, I wish they started with that, and like, if they're gonna... I want them to do more than one character.
Something's
per pack
pissing
now
me
to
off.
make up.
They're adding one character. Imagine the character select screen. It's going to be so bad. There's no way they can make it good.
They need to have enough characters to make another row.
That's my rule. I will not accept anything else.
What I need is Diddy Kong. Please, for the love of God.
In the original Wii U release without DLC. How Mario Kart 8 slowly fixed its roster to actually be better than Wii's. Eventually, one day.
Look, they just need to... They need to add, Diddy, Funky, what other characters were missing from Wii?
It might just be Diddy and Funky at this point. I guess, was Paratrooper still in Wii? I don't think so.
No.
Koopa was, but...
Yeah. I think Paratrooper was only in Double Dash, right?
Yeah. Couldn't remember if he was in Wii, but other than that...
You're just saying because I like Paratrooper.
Paratrooper's neat. I would not mind just having more random Mario enemy characters. I just think they need the base cast.
Okay, so Diddy and Funky need to be put in, and then unless we're forgetting something, then it's on. Then it would actually just be better than Wii, because it has everything that Wii has. Plus.
Better implemented Mii's.
Yeah.
It would make it have the best roster of any Mario Kart game that is arguably not Tour.
Honestly, they should add in the Thor characters that,
We're getting 16-bit Mario and Donkey Kong Jr.
Yeah, why not?
I'm not upset, I'm just saying.
Also Dixie, please.
No Dixie.
Give me Dixie!
No.
Give me Diddy and then give me Dixie.
What Donkey Kong characters are in Tour? Is it Diddy, Dixie, DK, Funky, and
yeah.
the DK Jr. 16-bit thing?
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay.
Which, I think, just the four main Kongs there, I think is just... I think that the acceptable base...
Honestly,
I would
think
like
more
more,
important
but...
than Funky, even, is actually Cranky or... why am I blanking?
Well, I think in terms of, general...
Cranky or K-Rool.
Yeah. General DK cast, those two would be more important than Funky, but I think Funky works a lot for a racing game.
He also is easy to implement in that he's a model edit of DK.
Yeah, but, he's also pretty appropriate for, a racing game.
Yeah, no, he fits right in. I like that he's there. Oh, I can go in first person in this level. I feel like... Oh, wow, okay. I'm dead.
Nice.
This level is so confusing. There's large clusters of enemies just outside of what feels like my ability to hit them. And I don't have any bombs, because I use them all. Now I have them back.
I did mention last part that I really like Corneria's theme, but there wasn't a whole lot else that stood out, but I also kind of like this one. It's kind of weird.
This one
And I
is
always
a weirdly ambient piece.
I always felt that this suited more of a water setting more than space, although...
This level feels too hectic. What is going on? I don't even know what I'm able to kill. Am I able to kill some of this shit? I don't understand. How do you kill things in this level? What is going on? Yo, am I even able to realistically kill things in time without the hyper laser, or at least twin? Like, I don't understand.
Let's go.
Okay, so this is Sector Y. If it gets bad enough, I might need to look at somebody playing Sector Y to see whatever the fuck they're doing. You know?
Good luck.
I probably should have read that. But my brain was like, I want to get back to level. I died.
Yeah, looking at both the rosters for Wii and 8 Deluxe, now that Birdo's being added,
Yeah,
Diddy and Funky are the only missing ones.
Okay. Fuck Donkey Kong. Fuck Donkey Kong. That's what candy's for. Nintendo shouldn't be fucking him too.
What, that it's been 9 years since Tropical Freeze.
Man, looks like someone's a salty bitch, baby. Got him.
Okay, Mr. Zelda Metroid fan, knowing that this series has
It's so funny saying Metroid fan as a you're getting games thing. You're not wrong.
You know, maybe a couple years ago.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm just.
But
it's
even
funny.
then, even before Dread, you know, you had Samus Returns, and you knew about Prime 4, even if that's taken forever.
What the? Did you see that?
No.
There was a twin blaster that spawned, and it was outside of the playable area.
Nice.
I'm pissed.
Yeah, this level, it's kind of ass.
Am I missing something? Because I feel like I'm missing something. None of the other levels were like this. Also, you can't show me this swarm of polygonal things that you are teasing me to shoot in a StarFox game and then go and say, no, don't shoot them or some shit. I don't know, maybe all those blue things over there are just not enemies and I can't shoot them. And they can't die. Or maybe I'm supposed to be dropping smart bombs on them to take them out in bulk. I don't fucking get it. Roll, baby, rock and roll. Oh, man.
This is Sector Y.
Mm-hmm. Start looking up shit about the original StarFox game. Oh, hey, look, it's StarFox 64.
I'm specifying SNES.
I know. That happens a lot. Even sometimes when I specify SNES or StarFox 1, it'll get me forums of people talking about 64. It's real fun. What the fuck? It was still out of the... I'm pissed. Not okay. When they ask you if you're okay, you just have to say, I'm fine, even though you're not.
Okay, well, this page on the R-Wingpedia is pretty useless.
So are there threats in this level that will hurt me unless I shoot them to turn them blue and then they're neutralized or something? These ships going behind these amoeba-ass motherfuckers that I can't kill and block my shots. I just wish my shots went through them. Beware of the big stingray. Peppy, I just got hit by it. Fuck! Damn it! Shit. I like playing in first person because it gives me a reticle, but it makes piloting your ship just slightly harder. But I think that it's easier to aim is a bigger deal than the slightly harder to pilot. Simply being able to hit my shots faster and more often makes it so that I can spend more time focusing on piloting.
Yeah, so this is from Game Facts Guide. See, there are only very few enemy fighters in this level. What you need to worry about are the sea creatures, notably the squid and the small stingrays. You don't want to kill the creatures, you just want to knock out their equipment. You'll know this has happened when they turn blue.
That was not well communicated.
You need to shoot the squid repeatedly until they make a noise and turn blue. And you need to shoot the stingrays once to turn them from red to blue. If you miss any, they will crash into you and you won't get to see the special bonus at the end of the level.
Fuck. So there's space sea creatures here?
I guess that fits with the underwater feeling I got from the music. Last thing of note is the big stingray. Don't shoot it and stay out of its way.
Oh, the big stingrays are different. Fuck you.
There are also amoebas. If one clings onto your ship, do a barrel roll.
Yeah, I knew. Fuck. Wait, so those big stingrays just sit there to fucking attack you? Pieces of shit.
So basically, you just need to shoot the orange things, turn them blue, and the big
Kill
stingray
the
is blue. So shooting him will turn him orange, and then he'll attack you.
Asshole. It also doesn't help that some of the enemies are blue. I have no idea if I did well enough on this level.
Well, hopefully you can beat the boss. If that video continues.
Both of its arms to hit its body. That reminds me of the Sector 6 boss in StarFox 64, where it has 4 arms, or 3 arms, rather, and you need to pick them down to expose its weak spot. They also were very similar arms. Fuck you! Maybe getting out of first person made me worse. I was like, okay, maybe against this boss fight, my aim is a little less important, and my ability to see the R-Wing in 3D space will matter more. Or maybe I should have just stuck with it, because I was used to it. Okay. Positively, I got the score I wanted on Titania, all I need to do is beat it.
Yeah.
And I know what to do on that level. What a weird fucking level. If there's anything that should be addressed gameplay-wise, besides just making a play smoother in a StarFox remake, that's the first major thing I'm seeing, is make Sector Y fucking actually easy to understand. Whether it's committing to the color coding or doing something to make it obvious that the sea creatures should not be shot. Which is also not what they do in Aquas in 64. You get points for killing the sea creatures. I took down all these enemy units, General. Those were animals. They lived there.
We're gonna save the planet, not blow it up.
They were shooting at me, General. You owe me for property damage. Property damage? You killed them before they could hurt you! Oh, so you're saying they were gonna hurt me? You admitted to that. Cover the cost, General. What the fuck? This is bullshit. Kinda wish the planet levels would let me play in first person as well, but they don't. No, playing in first person or third person should just be a choice. Oh my god, the StarFox Zero fan wants to play in first person. Even though I played most of that game in third person. Missed the ring that would heal me, but did take care of all of those enemies properly. Okay, that ended. Jesus. I hate the fucking phone calls. What? Oh! Outside the level once again! Fuck. Also, Red, I bet you that StarFox SNES is not one of those games that has a 3D environment that it explores, and one of those games that moves the 3D objects towards you.
Most definitely.
Spawning them in as you go. I'm unsure if this is actually the case, given it was framed in a little bit of controversy when I saw it. But it looks like that even the tilting is fake with the screen. And what it does is it just rotates the models, and it does like a layer trick with the ground texture to make it look like it's tilting.
Oh.
What time is it? It is 2:03. I've been doing this for an hour. Should have been an hour and a half by now. I'm gonna get up, like, grab a drink, and be right back. So, give me a moment. I'm back.
Welcome back.
No, you're not welcome. Bye.
Wait a minute.
Hey.
Red?
Hey.
Just checking audio for a moment. Your volume's fine, I think?
You think?
I think?
You think?
Yeah, I have Zach at 200% user volume, and he was really quiet.
Yeah, he did say
Used
that.
earbuds yesterday.
I'm just not sure if you'll even come across clearly in the stream. Well, regardless.
Am I really
Hello.
point?
The light in my room is off. The light in my room is on.
I tested my audio and I sounded fine.
You're just quiet.
It's weird.
Again, I have you boosted 200%. And you're still significantly quieter than Red. Anyway. One currently in chat.
Is this better?
Yeah. big brain working. Thinking. Very effective. Anyway.
Brain syndrome, Hooray.
It's really pervasive. It's unfortunate. Such a pandemic today. An epidemic, even.
True.
Pretty sure epidemic is smaller than pandemic. Anyway. That's just an example of bad brain syndrome in action.
Yeah, see, like, I look at this, and even when I played it, I'm like, oh my god, I can't play this. It's too choppy. I've been spoiled by 60 FPS gaming.
It's definitely not the most comfortable, but it's definitely on the side of playable, and it's something that I kind of, like, get used to, like, you know, getting into a pool that's just a little chilly, and you just acclimate after a few minutes.
Yeah, I guess.
When I first started the stream, I was playing like shit.
Also, good job on shooting Peppy.
I shoot Peppy and the others all the time. They get in the way of the enemies I'm trying to shoot.
Well, you should have done a barrel roll.
This one section is really bad, though. Frame rate is fucking ass here.
Can you believe there aren't any ways to actually, like, have it be locked?
There are ways to increase the frame rate, but all of them have problems.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, have it locked at 20 and just call it a day.
Sure,
like, it doesn't
that
even
exists too. But again, the game's balance was built around the frame drops.
A little weird.
It makes sense for a game where they know it's going to be dropping frames in a section to scale its difficulty around the way it actually plays and not the way they wish it played. But that means that just upping its frame rate is not that simple.
In addition to dressing like a woman, it seems you like to smash and grind things. That is an interesting line from FF7.
Cloud-based cross-dresser.
It was close.
On this again, are we?
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Typical Tuesday where you just go into space and shoot things at a horrible frame rate.
I mean, if you look at my stream schedule, that's always on the layout.
Man, why is the frame rate in space so bad?
Actually, it's worse when you're not in space because there's more geometry to load.
Like, you'd think it'd be really good in space because there's nothing here.
But it's better in space. Except for the place, that one section with all the fucking beams they just had lying around.
Beans?
No. You have Friday in your head. Or your ass.
Why not both?
I don't know. I'm just claiming not to know. That is the fastest I have done that boss. I'm pretty sure that's the minimum number of cycles.
You should remake the original StarFox. Oh wait, 64 exists.
It's a different game. Like, it's the same rough narrative, but the levels are completely different.
And better.
Well, I mean, the levels...
Body.
I do think the levels are better, but this game has some really good level design. I don't think StarFox 64 replaces this game. They are different games.
Good luck.
Is StarFox 64 better? Pretty much across the board.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean that it's a replacement.
Remake or rebreak? Star Fox or Star Fox 64?
It's not a remake.
Replace.
They're different games. It's not worth comparing.
Yeah, no, that's StarFox Zero.
No, that's also not the same game.
Close enough.
No, it really isn't. It's just as different as this is from 64.
I don't know about just as.
The differences are effectively the same kind of scale and scope you're talking about in either case.
Next thing you know, you're going to be telling me that Star Fox Adventures isn't like the others.
Wow.
I feel like Zero kept a lot more things from 64 that 64 did from this.
Kind of. 64 was actually more explicitly trying to take from the original than Zero was from 64.
Okay, but Titania is nothing like this.
I understand, but in terms of the mission statement of the original Star Fox, they were literally trying to make 64, or Star Fox 64, they were trying to make the original, but improved. That is not exactly what they were doing with Zero. While obviously making it like 64 was a big part of their plan and mission statement, they had a lot more ambition and unique goals in place, and inspirations than just, we're going to take 64 and incorporate a few elements from the cut Star Fox 2 and make it better. Although Zero does do that. It does more than that.
It's a good game.
Well, I'd say all of these are good games. My preference of 0 to 64 is not even like a gigantic one. As much as I'm a Zero defender, I'm not gonna go and fucking shit on the other games in the series. I love this series.
Even Command.
I'm trying to decide on my recent playthroughs of Command if it's going to be a game that I find to be shit, or a game fucking hell, or a game that I think is excessively decent to mediocre with a bad story, because the story still sucks.
Yeah.
Bro.
Honestly, I think the make or break point for me, because I've done the first route of Command. If you don't know, the game locks you on your first playthrough to only doing the one route of the story choices, and locks the other plot choices you can make. Only once you've beaten the game once does it let you do the other route options.
It's stupid.
I'm mixed on it. There's reason to do that. I prefer what Zero does. And even then, I question if Zero should work exactly as it does, but...
Does that mean that one route is the canon one?
No. First off, none of them are necessarily the canon one, but on top of that, that route is actually a middle route in terms of good or bad endings. And it ends very ambiguously.
What happens?
So, in that route, Fox slowly brings back together the classic Star Fox team, meets some new people like Slippy's girlfriend.
Wait, he got a girlfriend?
He has a fiance, actually. It's not his girlfriend. But
Base.
meet Slippy's fiance, you meet Peppy's daughter. And amongst all of that, like, Peppy's daughter especially tries to convince Fox to be nicer to Crystal and, like, consider her feelings, which, honestly, the conversation is underwritten, and it doesn't make sense that Fox would have done that in the first place, but whatever. And then he kind of just makes the same mistake again off-screen, and they just go, like, yeah, so Fox, like, just fell back into doing that again. And Crystal ran away, and then she just became, like, something else. That Team Star Fox started to fall apart, and it didn't last. But the galaxy was saved, and it was basically more or less like it was at the start of the game. It's like, wow, okay. Like, it doesn't, it's not one of those endings like StarFox gets depressed as fuck, it's so he and Falco retire to become G0 racers, or, you know. But it's also not the, and they lived happily ever after, either.
You are talking command,
Which,
right?
on paper, that's, like, not a bad way to design a route-driven game like this, to give you a basic ending that changes very little about the story, but sets in motion the threads that all the other routes should be exploring, as, like, a center-first route. Like, that makes sense. But that doesn't mean it's well written. That route or the other ones. There is a shocking lack of writing, in fact, in the game. It doesn't help that basically all of the intercom interactions that StarFox is known for are basically just generic messages of like, wow, you're doing so well, Fox, or some shit like that. Because of how the game works. And they try to cram all the story in talking head cutscenes that are basically like low-budget versions of the Assault intermissions, except they're shorter and not as well written and with not much depth, but they're trying to carry whole-ass character dynamics, and so they end up being both watered down and simplified, and on top of the fact that they already didn't feel in character. And things that kind of need some explanation, and they just aren't. I honestly was expecting the story to be more involved than it was, but they just kind of do things.
Ooh,
Maybe the other routes will change that, but, like, that was not a great mix on top of, like, the sloppy concept and execution. It's just also not dedicating enough time to it. But Star Fox is gameplay-oriented. You should be, like, you know, focusing on the gameplay, not the story. It's like, well, yeah, but if you're making this whole, like, branching path narrative as the whole goddamn structure purpose, as a sequel to Assault, which has probably the best narrative in the series, yeah, I care.
Can't believe her and you like Assault.
Yeah, I do. I like a lot of Star Fox games, including Assault. That game's fantastic.
But it's not 64.
Nope. And I love 64. And Assault. And Zero. And I really like the Super Nintendo games as well. Just wish they ran better. Wow, crazy.
You like games that run off a stupid gimmick? You're a shill.
All these games run on gimmicks, and I wouldn't call it stupid.
I'm more talking about Zero.
I know. When are people gonna remember that the N64 analog stick was a controller gimmick, unique to the system, that other platforms didn't really adopt, that people were not immediately hot on?
Hey, remember the original PS1 controller?
One that I am holding right now in my hand? Yeah. This thing is something else.
D-pads for everyone.
It's literally a Super Nintendo controller with 2 extra buttons.
Yes. Slippy, you never get shit.
What did Slippy go on about?
He's like, I'm gonna kill that enemy.
Slippy, you shouldn't be killing anybody. It's my glory.
Actually, this is one of, if not the only Star Fox game where you still get credit if your teammates kill somebody.
Wait, do you get credit if you kill one of your teammates?
No, they're not an enemy fighter.
That would be really funny if you did.
I don't know what they mean by the true ending of the level if you don't shoot all of those raise, but I'm trying. Is that a fucking whale? A space whale?
Yes.
It's the windfish.
It's giving me bombs! Oh, is that the ending? You get bombs for shooting all of them?
You
And
want
like a
both?
shield and... Oh, oh, he gave me so much shit!
You want bombs?
That didn't happen last time, Red!
Yeah, I think that might be the thing it was talking about.
I like that. You know, I give them credit for it being like an Easter egg to do that, and not like, you know, mandatory for like playing the level or some shit with how cryptic it is. That is cool, but I still think it's not clear enough that the what you're supposed to be doing with these.
I wonder what the Nintendo PlayStation would have been like.
We've seen the prototype.
And someone actually made a game for it.
The Nintendo
What's this?
PlayStation was literally a souped-up Super Nintendo with a disc drive. You know, imagine a Nintendo PlayStation had Super FX built in. Like an advanced Super FX chip, and they released, like, StarFox on disc for it. And it was, like, cheaper, because it was on disc, and not a cartridge with extra hardware packed in.
You almost died.
It's fine. Holy shit. Finally going to Venom. So is this going to be like the other route where it's the skies above Venom and then a second level in actually, like, on the planet?
Good luck.
Think so. If I want to critique this game's theming, I think there's just a little too many space levels compared to ones on planets. And the space levels tend to have similar aesthetics because of both the fact that space is an empty void, but also this game's tactical limitations. I do like that there's the planet skyline in the bottom of this level. That's at least something. But
Why are we going in a straight line here? Why don't we just go down?
because we're
Right.
flying to Venom's back door. And there is also a logic to be had about entering the airspace being a security risk. Where, like, it would be entering some of their near-field, like, defense shit. So you would want to enter in a specific spot that you think would be safest. Of all of the times of the why are we going in a straight line in Star Fox, this one makes at least a little more sense to me.
Brain. So yes, it does look like Prime Remaster does use Retro's new in-house engine.
Yeah, I might check out the video when I'm not worried about, you know, streaming.
Okay.
So, Red, one of the things I tried to do this morning was I tried to finally look into maybe fixing my Switch so I can actually use it in handheld mode again. So I've known for a while that I have a somewhat common problem where basically there's something fucked up about the Joy-Con rail. Where the rail just doesn't detect the Joy-Con anymore. And it's definitely the Switch itself and not the Joy-Con. I've tried it with multiple pairs and it does the same thing. Always in the same rail, the same way. So I looked into solutions to possibly fix it. You know, for some people, it's as simple as dust got in there and it's not reading properly, so spray it with, you know, compressed air, and maybe that'll fix it. I tried that, didn't fix it. I think I've tried that once or twice before, but, you know, if it's that simple, do that, obviously. But then, it was like, okay, so there's a procedure to open up the Switch and replace it with a part that's like $10 to $15 to buy. Okay. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna buy the part right now. It's something I might want to look into, and I don't know if I want to repair it by hand like this. But it might be worth trying to open it and see if maybe there is something wrong on the inside of it, like a loose contact or like shit getting inside there, instead of something I could just blow out with compressed air. You know? So I went to go and open it, and I got a screwdriver. I was like, oh shit, that's a tri-wing screw on the back of the Switch, not a Phillips head. I didn't even know they were still using tri-wings. Okay, let me get my tri-wing set I got to fix my GameCube controllers. I didn't have a tri-wing small enough to remove the screws. So that's fun. I was like, well, I can't even fucking open it. Getting that screwdriver would also cost money. So that's fun. Whatever. What would the official, like, you know, Nintendo repair service look like? What would I do? And I go on their website, and it's a pain in the ass to do this specific one to get them to actually suggest me getting a repair. They might want me to go talk to customer service to even get a repair scheduled for this type of an issue, which is obnoxious. I know what the fuck is wrong with it. I don't want to go through hoops. But, you know, the easiest way to just say, hey, I want a repair is if you say instead, the thing is damaged. Like, physically damaged, like I drop it and it cracked or something, right? And it's like, okay, but if I did that, what would it do? Well, you see, given your Switch model and the fact that you most certainly don't have a warranty, and probably different prices based on what you select for your repair service, they're like, yeah, you know, it's like $90. So $90 fucking dollars! Maybe it's because they think it's that it's broken, and that the actual repair I would want would be cheaper, but I don't want to go through the fucking hoops to get them to actually, like, allow me to schedule that repair. And only, especially if it turns out to still be way too expensive. And it's not the worst repair in the world. I've done more complicated repairs than that. So I'm just kind of upset. I am going to, at some point, need to send my Wii U gamepad to Nintendo, though, for repair. I don't want to fix that myself. And there's...
What's wrong with your gamepad?
The biggest thing is that the right stick click doesn't work anymore, but it also has a shit battery. Honestly, it's at the point where, like, there's enough wrong with it, and some of it is complicated enough to work around because of the gamepad, that I would just feel better sending it to Nintendo to fix it. But the Switch, what the fuck? I've been dealing with this Joy-Con thing for years. I really hope that my warranty had already expired when I first had this problem and I didn't just go, I don't feel like it. I think I just vented through the entirety of the Venom level, half paying attention to it and shooting everything.
I mean, can't say I blame you.
Fuck. Dodging that's a bitch. Let me back up! Stop moving into my flying space.
No.
Fuck. There! Jesus. At least StarFox Super Nintendo doesn't work like 64 onwards, where, like, you get bonus points for killing a boss faster.
What you do?
Yeah. Every boss. for the bosses, it's a max. There might be exceptions, but in general, it's you get 10 more points if you kill them fast enough. It's never above 10, though. Although, there is one exception that isn't based on time, and that's the Macbeth one, where if you get the train to crash into the weapons factory or facility, you get 50 extra points.
Although, as I was looking up reading, I think you actually do get more points if you wait, like if you don't do that.
Unless there's an infinite point exploit, I doubt it, because the boss only gives you 10 points bonus for killing it quickly.
Well, I think more because there were units that you can shoot outside of, like during the actual boss fight.
I guess. StarFox 64 has a couple of areas that aren't perfect about score, where there's spots you can grind, for example, that, you know, in a score attack game like this, that shouldn't be something you can do.
Like that one part I showed you.
Andros is trying to kick my ass.
Right, I think he is.
Fuck! Also, I could have sworn that the tiles he shoots from his eyes can be shot down with lasers.
No.
General Pepper has guided you well. I like that they double down on Peppy being more of a mentor role in 64. Peppy's character is not very well fleshed out, I find, in the original.
Is anyone's?
Well, they all have character traits that make them somewhat memorable. Well, I guess the other two. Like, Falco's the one who's constantly, like, an arrogant hotshot who tries to act all cool when you save his ass. Whereas Slippy is the one who gets all like, you know. And then Peppy kind of just does things and then fucks up.
Damn you, Peppy.
Also, each of the StarFox crew were apparently modeled after some of the higher-ups working on the project. Fox was based on Miyamoto.
I can see that. Wonder who Falco was based off of.
I don't remember.
So what you're saying is a self-insert?
3 of them are culturally important animals for spiritual reasons. I forget the exact background why. But then they had Slippy as a frog, because the person the character was based off of often signed things with a little doodle of a frog on it. Fuck. I was hoping to one-cycle him again like I did with last time. But now I'm gonna have to go through his fucking invincible phase. I do wish his eyes remained vulnerable during this. They might make the boss fight a little too easy, I guess, but trying to shoot him while also dodging that attack takes effort. I think it would
You
be
don't like
worth it.
effort?
I'm saying I would like them to make it so you could do that. Because it would be a skillful way to expedite the fight. That would make it so you're not just waiting.
Rain wants an easy mode confirmed.
I literally was talking why I don't think that would make the fight easier.
You heard it here first, folks.
Anyway. That's the end of that route. I really hope I got 100% on that level. Okay, game, come on. What was my score? Per level.
Your score was.
I know level 2
complete
didn't get to
utter
100%,
trash.
but I got that last week. That's fine.
What year did this come out again?
1993. It was very ahead of its time.
A little too ahead of its time.
I understand its performance isn't the best, but it plays well enough to be playable. People loved it then, and it's... I'd still say a rather fun game, despite it. The game performed incredibly. Not in terms of its frame rate. Cool. If I got a...
64 performed.
Actually, it performed, I believe, slightly better. But
What
pretty
about
comparable.
what about Adventures?
Not great. Not absolutely horrendous, but not great.
Assault?
A little worse than Adventures.
Command?
Corneria. Pepper.
Ass.
Congratulations on
And Zero.
More ass.
That sucks.
Neither Command or Zero, I believe, broke 1 million. They were both in the 100,000s.
That's
I don't
unfortunate.
think Zero got to 500,000.
What the hell?
This is what I'm talking about when I say I don't think enough people even played Zero for as many people to be pissed at it as they are. Far too many people talk about the game design of Zero for this many people to have played it.
My favorite YouTuber played. It didn't look good.
I mean, I would have played it if I had a Wii U.
Whose fault is that, Ben?
But I do have a Wii U.
Oh wait, you do?
Yes!
Yeah, I was calling bullshit on Ben as soon as you said that. I just...
Then get the game, Ben. God damn it.
There's still one more route to go. And it's the hardest one.
You got this.
What could possibly go wrong?
Shut up, Bubsy.
Animal is Bubsy again?
Bobcat.
No.
So how are my Zero viewers doing?
Does that mean we can say naughty words?
No. It says on YouTube 1, but I don't know who that one is.
Can't say the quiet part out loud. Oh, man.
Shut up. Anyway. This is probably my deadest stream yet. It's more dead than the game development one was last time.
What was the exact role of Miyamoto with this game? Okay, never mind. But besides producer, what else did he do?
He was one of the main visionaries behind this game.
Kind
He
of weird how
basically
a lot
called
of
the
people.
shots.
Kind of weird how. Then why don't they just direct the game? Like, why doesn't Sakamoto direct, like, the Metroid games? Why does, well, except for Other M, why doesn't he do that? Or why doesn't Miyamoto direct a lot of
Well,
his
because
games?
it's not just Miyamoto. There was a handful of people that had a pretty damn significant part of the game's design. It would be insulting to say it's Miyamoto alone.
Oh, I know.
StarFox itself has had a pretty consistent set of high-end people working on it, not just Miyamoto.
But they're his babies, though.
Well, yeah, he cares a lot about StarFox, but it's not like he's literally the person carrying the whole fucking franchise as solo. There's like
He's not Kojima-ing this thing.
Kojima doesn't even do that. Like, he visionaries the shit out of it, but you don't see him fucking writing the code for the game and making the models and then recording the music.
Yeah, he did. Well, if I do remember correctly, I do think he actually did help. He actually did make the Fox engine.
What does that mean?
What do you
He
mean?
slaved over a hot
He
computer.
personally sat down at a computer and made the Fox engine?
Yes, he's that good.
I don't buy that. Didn't he literally want to go into film and did not have a video game background? I do not buy for a second that that guy has a significant programming
think-
expertise.
I don't know. He went to Konami. No, he was interested. He was a film enthusiast, but I think he wanted to do video games.
Okay.
He just really wanted to make games that are a lot more like movies. He even he made his own scripting code for Police Knots to better script a
Okay.
lot of the stuff in the game. So yeah, because when it came to games like Snatcher and Metal Gear 2, he kind of found it frustrating that he found it frustrating to script a lot of sequences the way he wanted them to do it, and then with Police Knots, he just made his own scripting engine that would do it the way he wanted to. If that makes sense.
Shigeru Miyamoto wanted to be a mangaka, I think is the term.
Oh, nice.
Came into video games as they were early in their creation and started developing an interest there and just stuck on it. Okay. This is one of those games where I need to hit the goddamn reset button to...
I hate that.
Games were like that until, like, frequently until the 2000s. Come on, cat. Do you want in or no? You want it. Don't just sit there. Thank you. Don't look so startled that I close the door. I do it every time. And welcome to my lap. Hello, kitty. You want to be here, get me views, get me clout, say hello to the camera. While digging your claws in my arm. Ow. You're purring and you're happy and you're also hurting me.
See what I mean? Cats are psychopaths.
No, he's just an idiot. This is now cat stream. He likes cuddles. Now I don't want to put him down because he's so happy. that would be interrupting his happiness. But I came here to play StarFox.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna not cuddle with you like that anymore. I need my hands free. If you want to stay, you can, but cuddle time is over. I would appreciate it if you decide to settle or if you wanted to leave. There you go. Thank you. He's on lap. Hard path away.
Don't sound so excited.
No, you idiot.
Oh, damn.
Good luck.
Say the sound design for this game is really damn good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Corneria's level Route 3 is at Sunset. Forgot about that. That's actually a reference in Zero with its second Corneria level.
Wait, this is referencing Zero?
No, Zero is referencing this.
I do like, though, if you have the Fox amiibo and unlock the classic Starwing in Zero, Corneria level does play the classic Corneria song.
Yeah.
Is it wrong to say your favorite Corneria song is the one from Zero?
I mean, it's not wrong. It's not my favorite.
I really like it.
It's good.
I don't know why people think Zero's soundtrack is like this bland, unforgettable thing.
It's not my favorite StarFox soundtrack by a long shot, but it's also certainly not bad.
Well, I mean, I haven't listened to or heard Assaults yet, so... we'll get
Assault
there.
is fucking fantastic. Fuck. The attack carrier will be yours, huh, Falco?
Good luck with that.
Falco, you couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
Broadside of this.
What are you gonna do, Falco? Like,
Oh yeah, they're still building the attack carrier. That was the attack carrier there. But he was the boss in the other levels. What do you mean he's not the boss in this one?
Introducing the attack tank.
I do like how they expected you to play the other two and remember that was the first boss in both of the other ones and just be like, okay, it's gonna be the boss here, right? No. They didn't finish it yet. So here's this tank. Even Falco's expecting it. Even though, you know, these aren't sequential, they're alternatives to each other, so theoretically he wouldn't have that past experience, but whatever, it's fine. Well, that was me being bad at the video game.
Good job.
I was holding the shoot button and mashing brake. Wow, I killed none of those. That's bad.
Good job.
What? I barrel rolled.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. Fuck. So is there a laser upgrade in that level? Because I'd like one.
I bet you would.
Yeah, I would. That's why I said that. Laser upgrade makes a big fucking deal.
Good luck.
Especially in a game without charge shots. Something that was always so weird to me. The, charge shots, when you're using the, classic R-Wing amiibo, use the 64 power bomb graphic. Like, I get that charge shots aren't a thing in the original, but the power bomb explosion from 64, or I could also be misremembering it and it was applied differently, but still. I don't know. Point being, they used the 64 power bomb explosion when they didn't make any sense to for that. Not like pissed, just confused.
Visible confusion.
I missed the fucking laser pickup.
Good job.
You flew right into that.
Yeah, on purpose.
Oh, right.
Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna hit reset. I think I needed to get through that gate to get the laser upgrade.
Good luck.
StarFox 64's hit system is still better than the percent meter they have in this game.
Who composed this game?
Koji Kondo, I think?
Nice.
I could be wrong. I know Koji Kondo is behind StarFox 64.
Is it wrong to say I kind of do think 64's soundtrack is a bit overrated?
I love 64 soundtrack, so
It's good, but I don't know. I do think it is a little bit.
I'm gonna stand by that I can't hold a candle to my favorite soundtrack. That's not saying much.
What's your favorite soundtrack?
Adventures of Batman and Robin for the Genesis.
you turned British.
Well, it's because I'm so used to talking to Europeans.
You have a problem.
They're getting to you. Better not see you putting you in the word color.
Oh, I can't spell to begin with.
What's wrong with putting you in color?
It's British.
And what's wrong with the British?
I don't think we can unpack all that.
Here's a history book.
Damn.
I mean,
What's with the British slander today?
slander. It's not
That's
slander
slander
if it's true.
Damn. I'm just gonna start putting you in color to spite you then.
Bro, you're just self-reporting.
Self-reporting what?
Bad taste, also British.
L plus you're British.
What's wrong with being British?
Didn't we just go over the like...
No, I said what's wrong with being.
Well, being British means that you are of British descent. You are part of the nationality that is related to the nation that is Britain. You are of that.
So basically, that's like arguing it's bad to be North Korean.
No, because North Koreans are victims.
Oh, okay. So then why aren't the British victims?
Because they're the problem.
But what if they didn't do anything?
That's not true.
What if they just exist?
Look at this dude trying to argue that the British didn't do anything.
No, I'm not saying they didn't. I'm just saying that why should a random British person be held accountable for something?
Excuse me. British people?
Yes. Problem?
I feel like you just made a critical error in judgment.
Cry about it.
I'm not the one self-reporting on stream. The world will know.
What are you self-reporting?
British sympathizer. Worse than being British, honestly.
You mean I'm sympathetic to people? Oh no.
No. British people.
They're not even people.
Now you're getting it. Me, the only good thing to come out of Britain was Monty Python, Red staring at Rareware.
Leave the British alone.
Maybe they should leave everyone
They
else
really
alone.
don't need defending. Also, they should start supporting trans people. That'd be a nice start.
They already done that.
No. They have some of the worst, if not the worst, transphobia of any first world nation.
Wait, they put us to shame? Damn.
Yes.
That's bad.
It's bad. It's really
should-
bad.
We should learn a thing or two.
Shut the fuck up, Ben.
Ben being base. Let's go.
You're gonna take me to shitposting territories that will actually get me in trouble on YouTube.
Is J.K. Rowling British?
Yes.
Okay, never mind. Forget everything I ever said in the world.
Harry Potter takes place in the UK. Besides the part
I
that's
knew
in
that.
Magical Wizard Land.
Well, I knew that. I just didn't know.
We call
if
that
was...
Ireland. Wait.
I just wasn't entirely sure if, well, you know, that was just the way she wanted it.
No, it's because she's British.
Lame. The British aren't bad. J.K. Rowling's British. Oh, never mind.
It's guilt by association.
Queen Turf of Turf Island.
Honestly, has J.K. Rowling ever said anything actually that unironically feminist?
She likes
I don't even
Matt
know.
Walsh.
Wait, she does?
Yes.
She complimented him on his movie.
Or at the very least, that she's a useful idiot to him.
I don't like the implication that Matt Walsh is the intelligent one in any relationship.
Well, okay, in the J.K. Rowling and Matt Walsh relationship, who would be the intelligent one?
I don't think it's by a hell of a lot, but probably JK.
See, oh wait, never mind. J.K. Matt Walsh is just funny.
Matt Walsh is something.
He made a big deal about the quote unquote black national anthem at the Super Bowl, of course.
Okay, I do think we're starting to go a little heavy into political territory now.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
No, I mean, we brought it up, but I'm just saying, this is definitely starting to derail. It started off as just shitposting about the British and saying trans people are people. Now it's getting into talking about conservative figureheads.
British slander, my favorite.
You were just defending them like 5 seconds ago.
Then he heard about J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, I guess she'd do that to anyone.
Fuck, I was trying... Ugh.
Try harder.
Fuck you.
I mean, he's right.
If Matt Walsh is right, then I guess I'm left.
Yes.
Also, goddammit, I went into politics again. Anyway!
You did this yourself.
No, I know. Hence why I blamed myself.
It was unprompted.
I know.
Triforce?
Oh god, it's the asteroids with faces! I still think it's likely that, to some extent, they inspired Majora's Moon.
Well, one of them might literally be Majora's Moon.
I don't think that's the case.
Good job.
Feels like my shots weren't even doing anything.
You see, it's the frame rate.
That's not why that happened.
No, it's just because he sucks.
Let's go.
No? That one was me not knowing what was going on.
Oh, skill issue.
I feel like you're just rewording what Ben said.
Good luck.
See, and it's
Not
what I
knowing what's going on. That's a skill issue.
and Hooray, it's what I want to believe.
Or it could... Well, Ben, that's just because you have a skill issue. You're coping.
Skill issue at what?
In general. This isn't like a specified thing.
Damn. Why are you doing this to him?
He did it to himself.
Because he
Damn
hates
it,
me.
man.
You can give yourself that victim complex if you want. I'm not gonna validate it, but whatever. You can believe what you want. Fuck!
Right
Yeah.
into the troll face.
Damn it, there goes my laser upgrade.
What is your major malfunction? Did this one not have the charge shot?
No.
Interesting.
Charge shot was introduced in StarFox 2 or StarFox 64, depending on how you want to look at it.
Wow, even Shinra had nap rooms.
Hurry
They
my
made me put-
ass. Stop getting in danger. Thought you were an ace pilot, Peppy. Best in the galaxy?
Yeah, shut up.
That was an on-screen laser.
You got this, Rain. You'll get it eventually.
Hello, Super Flame GP. How you doing? Currently on the hard route. I think this is the second level in the route. That one up. What did I hit?
Your mom.
Yeah, this level's giving me trouble. It's, definitely not the easiest level. Oh, I was so close to the fucking boss, man. Oh, right, this thing. Fuck. Fuck! Okay, so the orange spot, the big hexagon orange spot is the weakness, and the propeller blades block your shots on it. The big spinning thing is its claw that it tries to reach out and snag you with. Wasn't sure
I'm
if the
taking
center
a
point of
piss
that
on
was a weak
stream.
point, but it doesn't seem like it works. This one-up is definitely helpful for the position I'm in. Although, it would be nice to have a laser upgrade that isn't stuck to the first half of the level. Because I'm not doing the best. Seriously. Although I do think I noticed something. I think the asteroids that have the enemies on them that come from behind seem to be upside down.
Hmm.
Mind your own business, Fox. Fuck you.
Whoa.
He had an enemy tailing him, and he was in danger, and he called out about it, and then I go to help him, and the asshole's just like, mind your business.
We lost Ben.
Okay. Happens all the time with them. Oh, those blue things seem to be... The flashing blue things on the edges also seem to be possibly weak points. In fact, they might actually be the weak points. That or they're... Oh, those are where the ships come from, so if I get rid of those, it can't launch them at me. Or missiles, or whatever you want to call them. Fuck! Come on! I was actually learning how to fight the boss! No! I understood the boss for the first time!
Now understand it better.
What fuel do they use in StarFox? I don't fucking know. Maybe they mine for it on titanium, whatever the fuck it is. Desert planet. Mining colony. Oh no.
Why doesn't this game have voice acting?
Full voice acting? Gee, I fucking wonder. The fact that it has any voice acting is still surprising to me. Why were people so impressed with Donkey Kong Country being like, look, it looks like it's 3D on the Super Nintendo when this game came out a year earlier, idiots.
People mistook it for an N64 game.
Wait, what?
When DKC was first shown off, people thought it was an N64 game.
Nintendo's next gen.
Okay. Nintendo Ultra 64, I should say.
Fucking Christ. I had, like, a third of my health, and then it was just gone. I feel like deep frying ice would spend more energy than it makes.
Wonder how an actual N64 DKC game, an actual 2D one, would have been like.
Mischief makers.
Yeah, I don't think it would look quite like that.
Bumping into asteroids keeps draining so much of my goddamn health.
Stop doing it.
I can't help it. He's bad at the game.
Fuck you. Piece of shit. Asshole. Why you so mean?
You save states.
No. Are my own lasers hitting me during this phase? I think they are.
Has returned.
Hello, Ben.
And this time I didn't freeze my tootsies off going outside.
Not because you did anything about it, just because winter's broken.
Yes. Hey, you just gotta go with the flow, man.
Global warming, just gotta go with the flow. Just enjoy it while it's here, guys, obviously. Wing damage? Fuck you! Fuck. Just let me fucking get those hits in.
Man, you're really getting your ass kicked by a giant fan.
It's my only one.
Your only fan is trying to kill you.
He wants me in his collection.
Brain's OnlyFans is trying to kill him.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that's happened.
Wait, what?
When has this happened before?
Well, not to Harain, but...
What the what? The Then what was the point of the statement?
That people have been murdered by
Yeah,
Oh.
I know! Everyone knows that, Ben!
I don't.
Well, Zach, you are special.
He's built different.
Yes.
I'm not special.
Nope. The doctor said
not-
I'm neurotypical.
True.
Now I'm getting mauled by a bear.
Unlike that
Is
zombie.
it the cocaine bear?
No, but I do need to watch that movie.
It's not out yet.
What the fuck? Can you go on a little bit longer? Eventually, I'm gonna call it.
To make up for the half hour you
Yeah, no.
really.
I still want to stop at a relatively similar time, simply because, you know, there's real life reasons why it's ideal to not run this too much later. But still, I also would like to see if I have a shot of getting the score on this level, so I don't have to worry about it again. I'll need to beat it again, but you know. I wonder if I will just finish the next stream early, simply because I run out of game to play.
Well, then make more game.
No. No.
Yeah, Harain did remaking Castlevania 1.
What? Who's doing that?
You should be remaking, or adding to StarFox, the original.
Somebody else is already doing that.
And who would that be?
I don't know. Some dude who liked my previous tweet about StarFox. I don't have a lot of health. I'm not the boss, though.
Heal.
Oh yeah, just do that. Get right on that, Zach.
You're welcome. I'm glad I reminded you to do that.
Fucking Christ.
Also, Ben, were you insinuating that Harain actually has an OnlyFans?
What? People can have fans.
And an only one fan.
Care to tell me what your OnlyFans is, Harain?
I don't have an OnlyFans.
Damn it.
Zach really wanted to subscribe.
If he wants to
Yeah,
pay me
I
money, he can just pay me money.
Yeah, but I want some other things in return.
Oh my god. I have a fan in chat, and it's not they're not trying to kill me yet. Oh my god, crazy. Ow. Fuck. These meteors, though. Jesus Christ! No! Leave me alone! I wanna live. Shut up, Slippy. Damn it. Saying you're cracking my knuckles. They don't stop cracking. Alright, there's no point in me continuing to do this. Fun seeing the characters keeping their lost health when you die. Somehow.
I'm warp. I get a feeling maybe try not being in first person mode.
There's a option on this level. Great, that's fun. Sure. I don't think I want to do third person for the asteroid belt section of it. I would consider third person for the boss.
What frame rate did StarFox 64 run at?
It dropped often enough, but it was mostly 30, I believe.
What about 64 3D?
I believe it's a stable 30.
0 is 60, right?
It drops somewhat frequently, but yeah, it's 60. Why am I shooting?
Why are you shooting?
Just want to shoot the thing in StarFox, okay? Ow. What the fuck? What is StarFox Guard like? Okay. StarFox Guard is like Five Nights at Freddy's meets a tower defense game featuring Slippy Toad and his funky uncle. It's, I haven't played too much of it, but from what I hear from other people and the little bit I played, it's pretty fun.
Why doesn't Fox just eject?
Into deep space?
Yeah.
You got the big brains here.
I don't know why Fox just doesn't eject from the ship whenever it's crashing down.
So that would turn out fantastically every time.
I mean, a vacuum is pretty based.
I don't even wanna. Shit. Oh my god! The lasers reflecting at you is super annoying. Game's presentation also definitely makes it hard to see them when they're doing that. You at least have an audio cue, but oh, fucking hell, man. Not to mention that barrel rolling is annoying in this game.
Arrow.
Man, I love it when Discord completely shits the bed.
Maybe you should teach it not to.
Let's train your Discord.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like what the hell, Ben? You should be able to train your Discord.
You just let your Discord shit on the bed?
Ben needs to take his Discord to obedience school.
I feel like if I kept decent blasters to this boss, I would be doing better. Especially now that I know how to not kill myself.
Losers.
They tell you to be warned about the fucking claw. They didn't warn me about my own lasers killing me in this fight.
It was expected. We thought you'd know.
What do you mean we, Ben?
I mean you.
You implied that you made this game.
Yes.
And you don't seem Japanese.
You know there were Americans who made this game, like very prolific designers of this game.
Okay.
Fucking finally. Please tell me my score was good enough, so I don't need to worry about this next week. I don't want to know. Huh.
Holy shit, nice.
Cool. I'm not going to continue to the next level. That's enough for now. Even with the jam and music of Fortuna next week. Alright. Yeah, the hard route's definitely the hard one. Still enjoying this game. It's just definitely getting more and more difficult to perform, which makes the frame rate more and more of a problem. But it's still a fun game. I'm having a good time. Tomorrow we're going to be doing backlog busting. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be playing Metal Gear for that.
Which one?
Metal Gear on
Metal
NES?
Gear. No.
What?
Anyway, with that though, I will see you guys later. Tomorrow, 12:30. Try to not be late that time. See you, dudes.